Hey there, welcome back to DTV. Is there an activity that you wish you were doing regularly? Something you were doing every day or close to every day? Something that would help you improve as a person and as a professional? Well, if there is something that you're looking to do, I've got a tool that has helped me and I think is going to help you be much more successful. And it's right behind me. It's my calendar. So what is this calendar? Well, this is an idea that I actually got from Jerry Seinfeld. And he was quoted in an interview a couple of years back saying that when he was writing jokes, his goal was to write a joke or to write jokes every day. And he would get a wall calendar, and his goal was to take that calendar and put a big red X on it every day that he wrote a joke. And long term, his goal was to have as many X's in a row as possible, right? He was trying to get that momentum. And so when I read that, I was like, hey, I can do that. And my goal was writing. And one of the things that helped me develop that habit was having a calendar. This is probably, I think, my 5th year doing this. And I'm about to take this calendar off the wall and put a new one up. But my goal is to every day put a mark for writing at least a half an hour. In fact, I've kind of gotten a little fancy now, and I just write a little hash mark for every 30 minutes I write. So I can even track if I'm writing for more than 30 minutes, if an hour, 2 hours. Depends if I'm working on a project or not. But my goal is to have at least one hash mark on every day. And this has helped me develop that habit of writing consistently. Now, it can definitely help you create the habit of writing if that's what you want. But I really think that this can work for any habit that you want to do regularly. I think it's very important, by the way, that it is not a results-oriented goal. It is rather an activity-driven goal, meaning you want to make sure that you're doing something that you can control. And there's a couple things I've noticed about working with this tool for the past few years that I thought I'd share because, again, I think this is a really powerful tool. A couple things you have to keep in mind. One is you have to have this physically in front of you. I don't think it works as well in this case to have a phone app or an Excel spreadsheet or just a note in your calendar. Having this big, obnoxious wall calendar right in front of my desk, in front of where I work, has definitely been a reminder. And yes, now it's kind of second nature, but it took probably a year or two to really get this ingrained in my head. The second thing I think is really important to remember about this process is that you are trying to get as many X's in a row, as many hash marks in a row, but you aren't always going to be successful. I think one of the most important things for me about using this calendar is that it reminds me to get back on the horse because you do fall off. You might have a really good streak going, and then something comes up and you forget a day or two, you can't get to your activity. It's important to be able to just jump right back on. And the third thing I really like about using this wall calendar technique or tool, whatever you might call it, is it really kind of captures an emotional part of your brain. There's times where, again, I don't want to write, but gosh darn it, I want to keep that streak going. It really taps in, not to the rational side of your brain all the time, but really to that part that really lets you tap into the willpower and sometimes just the stubbornness that I feel when I'm like, I'm going to make it happen. But I'm about to take this down. I'm about to put up a brand new, fresh calendar for 2019. It's a little scary because it's nice having one that's already filled out. But that's the good part about it. It's going to be a challenge. So I wanted to share this with you. One, because I was pretty excited. At the end of every year, I'm always excited that I've actually filled it out. But more importantly, I want to give you a tool that you could use to create some of the habits that you want to do some of the activities that you want to do regularly. This might be the ticket to you hitting the goals that you want to this year. So I'll see you next time on DTV. Bye.